Minister, I don't have a great deal more to say beyond what my colleagues arguing for this bill tonight have had to say thus far. I think they've made a compelling case, and some have reflected their own personal experiences here tonight, and I'm very conscious of that, and I thank them for sharing those stories and that experience, because I think it gets to the real crux of why this legislation is unfortunately required. And at the heart of this is about keeping people who are pregnant and accessing healthcare safe. Shinny, that's what it seeks to do. And no one is seeking to diminish the right to protest. I will defend that right with every fibre of my being, but as colleagues have said, to take a protest deliberately to a place where people are vulnerable, to where they're trying to access healthcare in private, pertaining to their own personal medical requirements and their own lives. I just think, why would you do that? Why would you even want to do that? What would drive you to go and stand outside a healthcare provider sooner than go and stand outside the gates of Leinster House, which is the far more appropriate location, in my opinion? I do want to take issue briefly with some of what was said earlier on in relation to the Together for Safety organisation. If you go on their Facebook page, which is open and public, it becomes apparent fairly quickly that they're not actually faceless, that they stand proudly in public and have had their photo taken launching this bill appropriately again outside the gates of this building. I was here in the last Seanad in the run-up to the repeal legislation, and believe me, I had lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of anonymous and at times very extreme correspondence sent to me, so I know faceless organisations and faceless lobby campaign groups when I see them, and Together for Safety don't meet that, I can say. I also welcome the fact, Minister, that this bill hopefully is passing tonight, and it comes on the back of a similar bill passing second stage in the Assembly in the North. This is an all-Ireland issue. Women's health care more generally is an all-Ireland issue. It's important that we approach it in that regard, because until all of these designated zones are safe, all of these healthcare providers and facilities are safe, unfortunately the tragic reality is none of them will be safe. So we have to ensure that we work collaboratively and together to ensure that those access and healthcare are safe right throughout all of our 32 counties. So Levi Unric, Alaska here, Shin Mamed, Aaron G. Sparak Shaw, as I said, I think colleagues have articulated the rationale for this legislation very well, and I understand and appreciate fully that there are differences of opinion in this House and indeed outside it. But none of us are approaching each other, I hope, and won't, with any hostility or any thought of intimidating each other. We value the fact that we have different opinions and are allowed to express them here peacefully and democratically, and in the full knowledge that we won't be subject to that kind of intimidation or threat. And I just hope we can get to the point where women and people who are accessing healthcare are able to be as confident and as sure in their safety when accessing that. Guramaigad.